Now a well-known Italian fiction writer, for years Gianrico Carofiglio was a prosecutor in Bari who campaigned against organized crime. His knowledge of mafia investigations provided rich source material for a string of best-selling novels. In 2004, he published The Past is a Foreign Country, and the novel received a number of literary awards. That book has been translated into Vietnamese, and the author is in the country to promote sales. During his tour, Carofiglio also learned a lot about the fascinating culture of Vietnam. Hello, Gianrico.
Hello.
Thank you for being on our show today. We know you have a very busy schedule, so thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, we know this is your first time in Vietnam, and you just arrived 2 days ago. So can you tell us how you're feeling about the country so far?
Many friends of mine had been here and they were fascinated by the country, and so I really wanted to see. And I find the country very interesting, very sparkling. People very nice, very friendly. That is something I like in people.
Now, your main goal while being here in Vietnam is to promote your book, The Past is a Foreign Country. So can you tell us a little bit more about this book and why you chose Vietnam as the destination to promote your book?
I was really happy about this for at least 2 reasons. Because it was about my novel translated into your language, and because I had the opportunity to visit your country. Of course, I would love if the Vietnamese public would love my novel and read and buy it, and maybe other novels could be translated into your language. I really couldn't believe to my eyes yesterday when really a lot of people were with my book to sign. When you are abroad, it's not so easy, and it was wonderful to feel that excitation, that interest of people, some of them studying Italian, some others that don't study Italian but are really interested in Italian culture. It was really a privilege for me.
His meeting with readers in Hanoi drew a large crowd and was a rousing success. The audience included both Vietnamese and foreign readers. Being able to talk with the author of the novel helps readers to better understand the story and promote further interest in the work.
I have never liked detective fiction, but after this meeting with an Italian fiction writer, I have become much more interested in the genre. I'm sure I will like it.
Gần đây thôi sẽ là một thể loại truyện mà em đặc biệt quan tâm và chắc chắn là em sẽ thích nó.
Carofiglio's novels have been translated into 24 different languages, but this is the first Vietnamese translation to date. The Past is a Foreign Country is Carofiglio's best-known novel, and the book's English translation won him the prestigious Premio Bancarella Italian Literary Award in 2005. Can you give us a little more details about the book, The Past is a Foreign Country, and what its focus is?
Well, this is a book about the thin border between the good and the evil inside of us. The good and the evil are inside everybody, and with this book I want to talk about this issue, about this topic. And so this is the story of a young man, a model student, very good guy, that meets another guy that is opposite, and they become very close friends. And the good guy discovers that he has very dark feelings inside. This is, well, the beginning and the part of the story. Then there is a plot, and I would say that this is a story about a fall and then a bitter redemption.
I know you get this question a lot, but I'm still really curious to find out. A lot of people say that your character, your main character in the book, resembles you a lot. So is it you that was the model for your character, or was it just a coincidence?
I say yes and no. No, because this is a fictional story. Nothing that you can find in this novel has really happened. But at the same time, this story tries to tell the truth about some things that happen in our soul, and of course also in my soul. Usually a writer, even if he is writing a fictional story, talks about himself.
Now, can you tell us why Zili was chosen to be the host of your meeting with the audience?
She said something really interesting from my point of view, when she said that reading this novel of mine was like watching the traffic. You see cars that are crossing roads and you know that they are going to crash, and you don't know when it will happen, and you can't do anything about it. It was a very sharp idea.
Zili is a Vietnamese fiction writer. After reading The Past is a Foreign Country, she was very impressed by Carofiglio's writing style. During the meeting with this celebrated author, she wanted to share her enthusiasm with other Vietnamese fiction readers.
Gianrico's fiction surprised me with the arrangement of the story. It's not like other foreign novels. This is the first time I've read an Italian novel, and I really liked it.
Carofiglio's trip to Vietnam is a part of the cultural exchange program organized by the Italian Embassy in Vietnam. Italian Ambassador Lorenzo Angeloni is very excited about Gianrico Carofiglio's tour of the country.
I admire him. Personally, I read his books. He's one of the most sought author in Italy, and I know him personally, so I'm very happy that he's here today in Vietnam.
Now, we know that besides being a very well-known author, you're also a politician. You are now a senator in the Italian parliament. Before that, you were a prosecutor and a judge. So this time Vietnam, other than promoting your book, do you have any other goals?
I would like to bring interest in Italian culture. Of course, being here, I'm very curious about your society and your institutions and how it works, how justice works. And so I've asked questions about this, and of course it's a system very different from ours, but very interesting. I have the feeling of a country, your country, that is trying to change, to evolve, and this is very interesting. Culture, generally speaking, broaden your view, your capacity of understanding things, gives you different perspectives, and of course going abroad in such a different, such a far country is a big opportunity to do that.
Well, thank you very much, Gianrico, for
being
being here. We have learned a lot more about you and your goal while being here in Vietnam, and especially about your novels. We hope to see you more in the future and more of your novels being translated to Vietnamese. Thank you very much.
Okay.